I was in Memphis. I saw those big tall buildings with Union Planters in First Tennessee, and I asked the family if anyone knew anyone at any of those big buildings. And my father-in-law knew Marlon Mosby at First Tennessee. I went and interviewed there and went to work very shortly thereafter. So I've been essentially in Memphis ever since. I started Mercer Capital in June of 1982, and as I've said numerous times, I haven't been gainfully employed since. My thought was that I could build a business valuing businesses. We acquired several contracts for problem bank consulting that Union Planters didn't want to fulfill, so we were able to acquire those contracts. So we went into the bank consulting business. It didn't take me long to figure out that that was a good business for somebody else. We're going to develop the appraisal business and get out of this business. Mercer Capital is what we refer to as a business valuation and financial advisory firm. We provide independent valuations for lots of different reasons. We do provide fairness opinions and solvency opinions when people engage in transactions and need that independent look. If you start a business, treat the business like a business. You're making an investment in your business, and you have to spend the money that's necessary, regardless of the personal financial consequences. Let the business grow, and at some point, hopefully, the business will take care of you. Our board of directors, Matt Crow, Tim Lee, Barbara Price, who's been with us 31 years. Our ESOP, which owns half of the company now, has two trustees, Travis Harms and Lisa Doble. Those 5 people, 6 I guess including me, are the core of the management of this company. What I had to do was to try to plan vacations, to try to plan to be at the appropriate events at the appropriate times. And even in doing so, I miss some of those with my kids. It's very difficult to balance. Sometimes I don't think there is any such thing as work-life balance. I think you just have to figure out what you're going to do and do it. I don't think there's a scale that makes it easy to balance these kinds of things. But my kids still love me, so maybe I didn't do too bad. I've had a number of mentors. In fact, in my latest book, I dedicated the book to a number of mentors in my life. Some people will have a mentor who teaches them everything. I have had the privilege of having come alongside a number of men in my life who taught me something critical at critical times. From Wally Lowenbaum, who was a very successful broker at Morgan Keegan in the 1980s, I learned a couple of secrets to success. He said that brokers don't lose customers because they lose money for their customers. They lose customers because they ignore their customers while they lose money. The lesson for me was pay attention to your customers. Provide good service, provide timely service, stay in touch. And that's been a hallmark of business here at Mercer Capital. His second lesson was the secret to success is momentum. Personal momentum and business momentum. If you have momentum, you have to do everything in your power to keep it. If you don't have momentum, you have to do everything in your power to get it. And that lesson has resonated with me for the remainder of my business life.